What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about The Wolf Among Us Season 2 yet again. I want to talk about if we're going to get this game in 2021. So here we are. We're in this year, and I've been doing videos like this where I talk about a series, I talk about a game franchise, whatever, and talk about if we'll get something in the current year or leading into it. This is a big year, honestly, for Wolf Among Us Season 2. Remember, we got the first official confirmation that this game was back in development back in December of 2019, right, at the Game Awards, and the story was that Telltale is back, but they have started completely from scratch on this game, right? Then we fast forward to the Game Awards this past year, and they even issued a statement, probably because everybody under the sun was talking about the possibility of this game being shown again, considering those ties to Jeff Keighley, and they had made it very clear that they're still working on it, it's going well, all that good stuff, but it's not going to be at the Game Awards 2020, right? So here we are. So will we get this game this year? Will we not? Well, we'll go over it in this video. As always, make sure if you guys do like this stuff, you are subscribed, you have the bell icon turned on. If you guys want to subscribe to my second channel, Podcast Now Plus is its name. I'll leave a link for it in the description below. Let me start off by saying this. I really do hope we get a game, we get this game this year. I miss, and I've said this before, these Telltale, Don't Nod, Deck 9, these kind of episodic games. I miss these games, and even the way Don't Nod has been going recently, it's more aligned with games all like at one time. With Tell Me Why was 3 episodes, but it was every single week, so 3 weeks in a row, all 3 episodes came out. Obviously, Twin Mirror by Don't Nod was just a game. You just played it all in one run, but it was only around 6-7 hours. They really could have split up into 3 2-hour episodes, and they would have, that would have been fine as well. Then you have Telltale. It's been a while. I mean, obviously Skybound did, the final couple episodes of The Walking Dead. I really miss these games, these kind of games, and I really do hope we see this game now, or in this year. One thing I do want to state, and I can make, by the way, this is kind of like an overall video, just talking about the idea of us getting the game. Depending on how each of these videos, so I do a lot of these games in like generalities. Whenever one of these videos tends to do like better, I will go back into it and I'll cover different topics about it. So if you guys want me to talk about something specific with Wolf Among Us, definitely let me know. But remember, I do want to talk about one of these leaks. One of the rumors or leaks of this game is potentially that it's going to be all in one go. Now, Telltale has kind of talked about it, but honestly, they've I would say personally have left the door open slightly to potentially just the whole game comes out all at one time. That it's not actually going to be, say, 5 episodes. It would just come out at once. I'll be honest, I actually, as long as the game has a schedule, like a set schedule, I'm completely fine with it. The issue with Telltale for the longest time, in my opinion, besides the up and down nature of their games, was the scheduling. Some games actually did have rather okay schedules. Some games, literally, you said the word schedule, and they said, what's that? And they didn't know, right? And so, like Guardians of the Galaxy, Game of Thrones, Minecraft was like that for a while. The Walking Dead, several seasons were like that. They did, I would say, and I'm being bluntly honest, an absolutely atrocious job at communicating when the release dates for these games were going to be. So hopeful, and that's the thing with Wolf Among Us, and that's kind of a question too. So when we talk about if the game is going to release this year, well, a question I would ask you, and I ask myself, and I'll answer in a second, is do we get the full game this year, or do we get one or a couple episodes? I honestly feel like the way the year has gone so far, the way that 2020 has gone, and or did go, right? I really feel like we're only going to get maybe one, maybe 2 episodes max in 2021. I could easily see them saying, okay, October, November, somewhere in that that area, we're going to do episode 1, and then we're going to, and again, the biggest thing, and they did do this, and I give them a lot of credit, and this was Telltale originally for The Walking Dead, the final season. Remember, they came out and they gave us the release dates for all the episodes. They said, okay, here's the calendar, here's where these games are coming out. Now, midway through, they literally shut down their doors and they had to, move everything over to Skybound, but they did have the complete schedule for every episode. And I think there were 4 episodes of that one. Every episode they had the release date for, which again, I really do appreciate. So the same thing I would say for Wolf Among Us. If they're going to have, if it's going to release as a full game, obviously we don't have that issue, right? It would just come out all at once. Again, I wouldn't necessarily prefer that, and if they were to do that, maybe 2021 obviously is possible. If it's separated into, episodes episodically, I do think we would get at least, I don't want to say I'm expecting it, because obviously expectations lead to letdowns, right? And this year, if anything, if we haven't been taught anything so far, it's that a lot of things have continued to be delayed. A lot of movies continue to be pushed, and a lot of games, a lot of them kind of behind the scenes, but a lot of games have internally been delayed. And so I do think, even going back to that original announcement, I do think 2021, because remember, when they did that announcement, they even said in an interview, I think with IGN, right after the Game Awards, that they were going to take 2020, just completely be silent and just work on the game, and they'll come back to us in 2021. I think a lot of people, including myself, took that as, okay, it's not releasing in 2020, but it's probably at least going to start to release in 2021. Here we are. Again, expectations, my hope is that we get at least the first episode this year. At the same time, again, you got to be realistic, especially in the world that we live in right now. A lot of things have been pushed. If their goal, say a year and a couple months ago, was to get at least one episode out in 2021, right? Maybe the end of the year. And if that was their goal a year ago, I don't know, that could easily have been pushed, and they could be saying, all right, 2020, work year. 2021, work year. 2022, that's when we'll just put everything. That's when we'll probably be able to get everything out. And one other kind of spin on the scheduling thing, like for Life is Strange, I do want to bring, now that's Don't Nod, that's different, but Life is Strange 2 by Don't Nod, they never really conveyed at all when these episodes were going to come out, right? All we knew is, I think they even said, like, it's not going to be a set schedule. I believe episode 1 came out in, like, August of 2018, and then it ended in December of 2019. It took them a full, almost a year and a half from episode 1 to episode 5. I hated that. I thought that was a terrible, terrible thing. So, and I hated the game itself, so maybe that didn't help, right? Because I guess if you want to make a game last a year plus in an episodic way, if the game is really good, well, that gives you a year plus to talk about it and to get excited for each episode. Now, I wasn't like that for Life is Strange, so maybe that did hurt it, but I would say an episodic game probably shouldn't take over a year to release. So that's the same. That's like a warning even for The Wolf Among Us Season 2, where it's like, okay, I don't want them to rush to get episode 1. Like, if their goal was to get episode 1 out, and maybe they still can. Maybe they're saying to themselves, all right, we can get episode 1 out in November, but episode 2, episode 3, episode 4, they're going to take a while. Like, the next episode won't come out until, like, March or something. I honestly would prefer you just delay it. So while I don't want, weirdly enough, I don't want to get them all at one time. Okay, I don't want it to be like a full game just all at once because of just the nature of the game. At the same time, I don't want to, and I know it's like Alex is very picky, right? And I am, I guess, in this way. But I also don't want too long to wait in between episodes. And again, that's not even like, oh, I just want to play them right away. It's also how they handle the game. Like, if the episode sucks, a fast turnaround time is probably necessary to get us back into a good episode. And same thing, if it's a good episode, obviously you want to get to the next episode faster. But if they have huge gaps in between these episodes and there's delays, that's the worst. That's what you absolutely don't want with episodic games, which Telltale has publicly announced that they've done it before, is delay, like individual episodes in a full season. They have done that. And that's not a smart thing to do, right? Because that just makes you wait, you lose interest. The point is to have people play all of the episodes, and that is a thing with these episodic games. The amount of players, weirdly enough, I don't know how people can do this, but the amount of players per episode drop. So everybody that says by episode 1, it maybe is only 20, 30, 40% of those people actually make it all the way to episode 5. It's wild, but that's like the statistic. It's a very, very low percentage of people that make it all the way through. So I think you got to give people the full package as quickly or as close to each other as you can. So I know I took this video on a lot of tangents, but I think we kind of covered all bases. I really hope at least episode 1 releases this year at the same time. Again, the word of warning, I would prefer if there's going to be a long delay in this, don't do that, right? I would say delay it and then try to make it so that you maybe have all 5 episodes relatively done, but not completely finished, and you could have them released maybe every month, maybe every other month or every 2 months. That's what I would prefer, okay? So let me know in the comments below, guys. What do you think? Do you think Wolf Among Us 2 comes out this year? Do you think episode 1 of it comes out this year? Let me know. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. Again, if you guys want want to subscribe to my second channel, Podcast Now Plus is its name. I'll leave a link for it in the description below. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you all on the next one.